It's time. It is time to brew your best beer.
Hey everybody, welcome back and cheers. This is another SJ Pour Challenge product video review demonstration. This one's going to be for Bouncer filters. I already did one before for Bouncer a few years ago for the challenge for the red Bouncer screen, filter screen, inline filter screen. But since that time, I bought the blue one, and then Bouncer shipped me the white one. So red, blue, white in terms of more coarse and more fine filtering. So I'm going to show you that here. I'm going to keep this video as short as I can. The beer that I did, it's a total of 1 pound, 16 ounces of hops for this recipe, 8 ounces of which are in the boil, 8 ounces of which are in the dry hop, 2-stage dry hop. A lot of it was in the whirlpool hops in the kettle, and it's going to be an interesting one. So I'm guessing, I have the SS BrewTech bucket. It has that little tube that you can rotate, and so most times I don't need a ton of screen filtering for my kegging, but in this case there's a lot of hops in this beer and probably a lot of yeast, floaties and whatnot, so definitely going to need all 3 stages of the Bouncer beer filter. So let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to get you guys a face-to-face rather than a belly shot the entire time. So we've got the red, the blue, oops, and the white. So one really important note before we move forward is the housings for the filters have an arrow which indicates the direction of flow that is supposed to be done here. I made the mistake for probably 2 or 3 kegs worth of beer of putting the arrow the wrong way, unbeknownst to me, and I was getting very irregular bubbles that weren't coming out of the housing. I was very concerned. And then I just kind of took a closer look, disassembled things a little bit. I thought maybe there was a clog in the housing. No, I just had the arrow pointing the wrong way. So it does matter. Check your arrows on the housing to indicate that they're coming from the beer into the keg, pointing in the right direction. Let's do this. Okay, so what I typically do is, we got some bubbles in here. I like to sit this upright to clear the bubbles in the line here. And then this one, I move on to this one. I make this go upright so that the bubbles are following, gravity and gravitating up as bubbles do, and they work their way out of the housing. And then onto this third one. These finer bubbles, according to the Bouncer guys, are just trapped CO2 in the line. There was a lot there. And I've been told not to worry about it. I haven't had issues with oxidized beer to this point, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm a little bummed. I'm going to lose a little bit of beer here. So this is red so far. This is blue so far. And this is white. So clearly you can see red, blue, and the fine stuff at white screen. So let's try to finish this kegging, because this is a seriously huge test for the Bouncer filter. 16 ounces of hops. I don't know, man. It's going to be a tough keg to do, so let's do it. Okay, the beer is in the keg. As you can see, we have a shop light on because it got dark fast. Honest review time. Let's look inside the fermenter here real quick. So we had to contend with quite a bit of hops. Like I said, it was 1 pound of hops overall. 3 filters in line is a cool idea, but probably not the best thing to do when you're making a pound of hops beer. I probably failed a little bit on the planning of what beer to use this on, but hopefully we can make up for it with the sand demonstration. Cheers, guys. See ya. Okay, everybody, so we are at the point now where we are going to play with this gallon jug of sand and water, and we're just gonna siphon it into this little clear jug here. And we have the triple Bouncer housing setup. What I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna remove the filter screen from the little housing. I have all 3 set up in line in my siphon. I don't want to take it apart, but the water's gonna flow through this first one like no big deal. The blue one is a little bit finer. I believe it may catch some sand, and the white one is super fine. So we're gonna leave the blue and white in. We're gonna take the red out. I expect that maybe some sand might get through, but don't think it's going to be much, but we'll see. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. So will Bouncer filter stand up to the test of beach sand? Let's get into it. Okay, so I shook this up already. I was trying to get some sand suspended a bit, so let's get the flow of the siphon started. Okay, so you'll see plenty murky. This one's full, this one's working, this one's already got some sand in it, and we're flowing into this little jug. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna manipulate this a little bit because the tip is probably right about there. But I wanna get some sand in there. There we go, now we're stirred up nice. Let's go check the flow here. We're flowing. And we're about to overflow, but that's okay. We're just gonna let this run because we're really wanting to see what is caught in here. And ultimately the sand is gonna settle out at the bottom, so we're gonna see what's down in there. Now these are drained. Let's pop this off with this filter, white one here, and then the blue one here. I'm gonna pop the screen off here. And I can already tell this filter is elevated. You can see all that sand in there. So the blue one caught a lot. And the white one caught even more. So there's your white one, and then some. There's your blue one, and then some more. So let's walk to the clean side of the table and see what we come up with. So far it's pretty clean. Tell you what, I'm not seeing sand. Now we're probably just pouring off a lot of the murky water. There's nothing I can do about that. So we've got some. That's got to be some super fine particulates of sand. So I can't tell. That's just a dust. Okay, so the Bouncer filters are not going to catch a dust. If you want to go any finer than that for home brewing, well, I don't know. You're gonna need like a centrifuge, filter system, I guess. All right, guys. So to wrap it up, in conclusion, I don't necessarily recommend using the finest filter on a 1 pound hot bomb New England style IPA, but it certainly does filter out a lot of crap. And then putting it to the test with sand, beautiful. Hey, it's better than nothing. It's better than the red alone. Doing the blue and the white filter is light years ahead of what most homebrewers are doing without these filters in their possession. So guys, once again, as always, do I promote Bouncer beer filters? Yes, I do. I would say that maybe someday I want to upgrade to the, the Mac Daddy size, so that I get more surface area and I can filter out more particulates. But anyways, guys, check out Bouncer beer everywhere that it's sold. You can get it on Amazon, your local homebrew shop. Go to bouncer.beer. I'll put the little website link down below in the description. Thanks again to Bouncer for being a double gold sponsor, and hopefully I will get to their Growler Bro product as another part of their sponsorship this year. Cheers, guys. Thanks so much. See ya.